Hi there, and welcome back to Voice of Wisdom. Have you ever wished you could refresh your home in just 7 days? Well, you can, and today I'll share a simple yet powerful organizing method that's helping people everywhere bring peace and comfort back into their living spaces. With just a little focus each day, you can completely shift the energy of your home, uplift your mood, and finally create the cozy environment you've been dreaming of. If clutter leaves you feeling drained, if your rooms seem overwhelming, or if you simply don't know where to begin, this video is made for you. The steps I'm about to walk you through will save you time, clear away stress, and make your home feel like a sanctuary again for both you and your loved ones. But here's something important to remember. If you ignore these simple habits, it's all too easy to stay stuck in the same frustrating cycle, always searching for things, always feeling unsettled. The difference between a home that feels chaotic and a home that feels peaceful often comes down to a few small, consistent actions. And make sure to stay with me until the end, because I'll be revealing the single most powerful secret that separates people who maintain lasting order from those who never get beyond the halfway mark. Trust me, it's a tip you won't want to miss. Tip 1. Declutter 30 items per day. The first step of the 30-30-30 rule is to get rid of 30 items every day. This may seem like a lot at first, but trust me, once you start doing it, you'll realize that you have a lot more unnecessary stuff than you think. The problem with most people is that they accumulate things without realizing it, keeping things they'll never use again, keeping clothes that no longer fit, or holding on to broken appliances with the promise that one day they'll fix them. This accumulation not only takes up physical space, but it also creates a constant mental overload. Your mind feels heavy when it's surrounded by too much stuff, even if you don't consciously realize it. To apply this rule, start by choosing a small room, like your bathroom or pantry. Grab a box or bag and start sorting through items that you haven't used in over a year. This could be that cream you tried and didn't like, expired medicines, cleaning products left over from a one-time try, or old towels that you keep, just in case. Count each item you put in the box until you reach 30. It may take a while on the first day because you will question each object, but over time it will become easier to make quick decisions. The benefits will appear immediately. You will feel a sense of relief and lightness, as if a weight has been lifted from your shoulders. The environment will be more breathable, more spacious, and your mind will be able to relax better. In addition, you will discover spaces you didn't even remember existed, drawers that close properly again, and cabinets where you can finally find what you need. Daily decluttering also develops your ability to make quick and assertive decisions, a skill that you will carry over to other areas of your life. Tip 2. Organize 30 objects in the right place. After decluttering, it's time to organize the 30 objects that were left behind, putting each one in its correct place. Many people skip this step, which is why the mess quickly returns. The problem isn't just having too many things, but also not having a specific place for each one. When objects don't have a fixed home, they wander around the house, creating a constant feeling of disorder. Have you ever been looking for scissors for 15 minutes and found them in the bedroom when they should have been in the kitchen drawer? Or looking for your cell phone charger and discovering that it's in the bathroom? This happens because these objects don't have a defined place to live. To organize correctly, you need to think strategically. Each object should be close to where it's used most. Keys go near the door. Spices go near the stove. Cleaning products go near the laundry area. Start by taking 30 objects that are out of place and moving each one to where it really belongs. For example, move all your books to the bookshelf, all your medicines to the bathroom cabinet, and all your pens to the pencil holder. While you're doing this, consider whether the current location really makes sense. Sometimes, we discover that the place we chose to store something isn't the most practical. The results of this organization are impressive. You'll save a lot of time in your day-to-day life because you'll always know where to find everything. You won't waste time looking for lost objects around the house anymore. Your family will also benefit because everyone will know where to find and put each item. The home will have a more harmonious and peaceful energy because everything is in its right place. Tip 3. Clean 30 surfaces daily. The third part of the 30-30-30 rule involves cleaning 30 surfaces every day. But I'm not talking about a deep clean that will leave you exhausted. I'm talking about a smart, strategic clean that keeps your home looking presentable with little effort. The big secret is to understand that small daily actions can help you avoid big jobs on the weekend. Many people let cleaning pile up all week and then spend the whole Saturday cleaning their house from top to bottom, feeling exhausted and frustrated. When you clean 30 surfaces a day, you're always one step ahead of the dirt. Surfaces include any flat area in your home: tables, countertops, sinks, mirrors, windows, shelves, chair seats, doorknobs, light switches, and even the floors of small spaces. Always start with the surfaces that are most visually disturbing. These are usually the ones that are at eye level or that you use most often. Wipe down the kitchen counter with a damp cloth. Wipe down the table in the living room. Dust the bookshelf and wipe down the bathroom mirror. Every clean surface is a little spot of peace in your home. Use simple products such as a slightly damp microfiber cloth to remove most dirt without the need for harsh chemicals. For dirtier surfaces, a mixture of water and a little mild detergent will do the trick. The benefits of this daily cleaning are enormous. Your home will always be presentable for unexpected guests. You will feel more relaxed and comfortable in your own home. The feeling of freshness and cleanliness improves your mood and disposition. In addition, you will prevent dirt from accumulating and becoming more difficult to remove, saving you time and energy in the long run. Did you like the tips so far? Then subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any news about organizing and cleaning your home. And tell me in the comments where you're watching this video from. Your participation is very important to me and motivates me to continue bringing you quality content. Tip 4. Create simple maintenance systems. Now that you know how to declutter, organize, and clean, you need to create systems that keep everything running smoothly. The biggest mistake people make is to do a lot of organizing and then not have a plan to keep it all in order. It's like going on a strict diet for a week and then going back to your old habits. The result is always a return to the same old state, often even worse than before. An effective maintenance system is one that becomes as natural as brushing your teeth. You don't have to think about it too much. You just do it because it becomes an automatic habit. To create these systems, start by identifying the areas in your home that get messy the quickest. These are usually the kitchen after meals, the living room table that becomes a dumping ground for random objects, or the bedroom where you leave your clothes for the day. For each of these critical areas, create a 2-minute routine. For example, after each meal, immediately wash the dishes used and put away any leftover ingredients. Before leaving the house in the morning, make your bed and put away the clothes you took off the night before. Before you go to bed, take a quick look around your living room and put away the 5 items that are out of place. These little habits may seem insignificant at first, but they are what make the difference between a home that is always organized and one that is in chaos. The key is to start with very simple systems and gradually expand. Don't try to change everything at once because that will only lead to frustration and giving up. The most important benefit of maintenance systems is the peace of mind they provide. You will never feel overwhelmed by the mess in your home again because you will always be taking small preventive actions. Your home will become a true haven of tranquility where you can truly relax after a tiring day. Tip 5. Use the 1-minute technique. One of the most powerful tools for keeping the 30-30-30 rule in place is the 1-minute technique. This simple rule says that any task that can be done in less than a minute should be done immediately, without procrastination. It may seem obvious, but most people have a habit of putting off small tasks that then pile up and become a mountain of work. Think about how many times you've left a dirty cup in the sink to wash later or put a piece of clothing on the bed to put away later. These little delays are responsible for most of the mess in your home. When you put off a 1-minute task, it turns into a 5-minute task because, in addition to doing it, you have to overcome the mental resistance to doing something that should have been done earlier. The 1-minute technique works like this. Whenever you identify something that needs to be done that will take less than a minute, do it immediately. Put an object away in its proper place, wash a dish, wipe down a surface, organize some papers, throw something in the trash. These are all 1-minute tasks that, when done on time, will keep your home tidy. To apply this technique, you need to develop the awareness to recognize these opportunities. When you're done using something, instead of leaving it somewhere, ask yourself, can I put this away now in less than a minute? The answer will almost always be yes. When you notice something is out of place, instead of thinking, I'll put it away later, simply put it away immediately. The results of this technique are amazing. You'll notice that your home becomes organized almost effortlessly because you're constantly making small adjustments. There will be no more accumulation of small tasks that turn into big problems. Your mind will be freer and more carefree because you won't have a mental list of things you need to do later. Tip 6. Establish functionality zones. One of the secrets to staying organized is to create specific zones for different types of activities in your home. Many people struggle with clutter because they mix different functions in the same space, creating confusion and making it difficult to maintain order. When you establish clear zones, each area of your home has a specific function, which makes organizing and cleaning much easier. The problem with not having defined zones is that you end up doing a little bit of everything in every place. You eat in the living room, work in the kitchen, store office stuff in the bedroom, and so on. This creates a sense of chaos because your mind can't associate each space with a specific function. To create efficient zones, start by mapping out the activities you actually do in your home: cooking, eating, relaxing, working, sleeping, exercising, studying. Then designate a specific area for each of these activities. The kitchen table is just for eating. The living room table is just for working. The living room chair is just for relaxing. Within each zone, keep only the objects necessary for that specific activity. In the work zone, keep only office supplies. In the relaxation area, keep only entertainment items. In the eating area, keep only utensils related to meals. This prevents objects from different categories from mixing together and creating clutter. An important tip is to create transition zones for objects that are always moving around the house. For example, a tray near the front door for keys, wallet, and documents, a basket in the living room for remote controls and chargers, a specific hook for coats and bags. The benefits of functional zones are immediate. You will save a lot of time because you will always know where to find each type of object. Cleaning is easier because each area has fewer items and they are all related. Your mind will also be more organized because you can associate each space with a specific function, creating a sense of order and control. Tip 7. Practice the rotary box method. The rotary box method is a smart strategy for dealing with objects that you don't use often but don't want to get rid of completely. Many people get stuck when it comes to decluttering because they can't decide whether to keep or discard certain items. They wonder, what if I need this one day? Or, this has sentimental value, but I haven't used it in years. The rotary box solves this dilemma in a practical and efficient way. It works simply. You separate a box and put in it all the objects that you have, doubts about items that you haven't used in a long time, but that might come in handy someday, seasonal decorations that you only use on specific occasions, clothes that no longer fit but have sentimental value, books that you've read but might want to refer to again, kitchen utensils that you rarely use but that are specific to certain recipes. Once you've filled the box, store it in an easy-to-access place and write the date on the side. For the next 6 months, whenever you need something from the box, take the item out and go back to using it normally. But here's the trick. If 6 months go by and you don't need anything in the box, donate or throw away the entire contents without even opening it to see what's inside. This works because it gives you practical proof that you don't really need those items. To make this method even more effective, you can have 2 or 3 boxes rotating through different cycles. While one is on its 6-month trial period, you can fill the next one with new questionable items. The benefits of this method are both psychological and practical. Psychologically, you feel more confident about decluttering because you know you're not making a final decision right away. Practically, you're freeing up space in your home without the burden of a permanent decision. And in most cases, you'll find that you didn't really need most of the items in the box. Tip 8. Implement the 5-object rule. The 5-object rule is a powerful technique for keeping any space organized without much effort. It works like this. Whenever you enter a room, identify 5 objects that are out of place and immediately put them where they belong. It may seem like a rule that is too simple to make a difference, but that simplicity is exactly what makes it so effective. The problem with most people is that they only notice the mess when it is too big to ignore. When you walk into a room and see 20 objects out of place, you feel overwhelmed and prefer to ignore the situation. But when you focus on just 5 objects, the task seems manageable, and you feel no resistance to doing it. To apply this rule, develop the habit of doing a quick visual scan every time you enter a room. Look for the 5 most obvious objects that are out of place or remote control on the coffee table: a magazine on the couch, a glass on the shelf, a pen on the counter, a shoe in the middle of the room. Pick up these 5 items and move each one to its correct place. This entire process takes no more than 2 minutes, but the visual impact is significant. Interestingly, when you remove 5 items that are out of place, the entire room appears more organized, even if there are still other items that are disorganized. This happens because our brains perceive the improvement and feel satisfied with the progress, rather than feeling overwhelmed by the imperfection. If you apply this rule consistently whenever you enter any room in your home, you will find that you will never have a completely messy room again. Decluttering becomes an ongoing, automatic process rather than a chore that you have to do every now and then. The benefits include a home that always looks presentable, less visual stress, and a sense of control over your home environment. Before I move on to the next tip, I want to tell you about something special I prepared for those who want to go beyond this video. It's a complete guide with organization secrets that completely transformed my home and can transform yours too. The link is in the pinned comment, and for a limited time, I'm offering a special discount for channel subscribers. Now, let's continue with the next tips, which are some of my favorites. Tip 9. Develop start and end of day rituals. Your morning and end of day rituals are essential to keeping the 30-30-30 rule working automatically. They create a framework that supports all the other organizational habits you're developing. Without consistent rituals, you'll be relying solely on your willpower, which naturally varies based on your mood, energy, and the circumstances of the day. Rituals make organizing automatic, no matter how you're feeling. Your morning ritual should be simple and quick, focused on getting your home ready for the day ahead. This could include making your bed as soon as you wake up, putting away any dishes that were left drying overnight, taking a quick look around your main rooms, and putting away any misplaced items. This is also a good time to open windows, let in natural light, and create a sense of freshness and renewal. This ritual shouldn't take more than 10 minutes, but it sets a positive tone for the entire day. Your evening ritual is even more important because it prepares your home and your mind for restful sleep. This includes activities such as washing the dinner dishes, doing a final sweep of the main rooms to put away any misplaced items, getting things ready for the next day, and creating a calm and welcoming environment. Many people underestimate the psychological power of sleeping in an organized home. When you go to bed knowing that you will wake up to an orderly environment, your mind relaxes more deeply. To create sustainable rituals, start with just 2 or 3 very simple actions at a time. For example, in the morning, make the bed, put away 5 items, open a window. In the evening, wash the dishes, put away 5 items, prepare the next day's clothes. As these habits become more established, you can add other actions. The benefits of rituals go far beyond physical organization. They create a sense of control and predictability that reduces stress. Your home becomes a more harmonious and welcoming environment, and you develop a more positive relationship with household chores, seeing them as self-care rather than a boring obligation. Tip 10. Apply the less is more philosophy. The final tip of the 30-30-30 rule involves a fundamental mindset shift, embracing the philosophy that less is more. This isn't just a fancy phrase, but a practical truth that can revolutionize your relationship with your belongings and your space. Many people mistakenly believe that having more stuff means more options, more security, and more status. But the reality is that excess stuff creates more problems than it solves. The more stuff you have, the more time you spend organizing, cleaning, looking for lost items, and feeling visually overwhelmed. The less is more philosophy doesn't mean living in a Spartan way or depriving yourself of things that really make a difference in your life. It means being very judicious about what you allow into and keep in your home. Each item should have a clear function or bring genuine joy to your life. If an item doesn't meet either of these criteria, it's taking up unnecessary physical and mental space. To put this philosophy into practice, develop the habit of questioning every purchase before you make it. Ask yourself, do I really need this? Where will I keep it? Do I already have something that serves the same purpose? Will this simplify or complicate my life? These simple questions will help you avoid many impulse purchases that later turn into clutter. Also, periodically review your belongings with this mindset items that you keep just in case but never use, clothes that don't make you feel good, duplicate utensils, decorations that no longer fit your current style. The fewer items you have, the easier it will be to keep everything organized and clean. Plus, when you have less stuff, you can invest in better quality items that last longer and function better. The benefits of the less is more philosophy are profound and long lasting. Your home will feel more spacious and breathable. You will save time and energy on maintenance. Your finances will improve because you will buy less and more consciously. And mentally, you will feel lighter and freer because you are not being weighed down by excessive visual stimuli and maintenance responsibilities. Final thoughts. We've reached the end of this journey on simple and practical home organization, and I truly hope you feel encouraged to bring these ideas into your own daily life. The biggest secret to lasting change isn't about doing everything at once. It's about starting small, staying consistent, and letting each little improvement build on the next. Remember, you don't need a perfect home overnight. Just focus on one drawer, one corner, or even one shelf at a time. Each step you take is progress worth celebrating. And before long, those small steps will add up to a home that feels lighter, calmer, and more welcoming. Your peaceful, clutter-free space is not a dream, it's within your reach, one smart habit at a time. Don't let hesitation or old habits hold you back. Every item you tidy, every surface you refresh, brings you closer to the comfort and joy you deserve in your home. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What organizing tip are you most excited to try first? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences and ideas often inspire others in this wonderful community. If you found today's video valuable, please give it a thumbs up and share it with friends or family who could use a little organizing inspiration. And don't forget to subscribe to Voice of Wisdom for more simple, practical guidance on living a balanced, happier life. Be sure to tap the bell icon so you'll always be the first to receive our latest tips and uplifting ideas. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Always remember, your dream home begins with one simple step, and you already have what it takes to get there. Stay consistent, stay positive, and I'll see you in the next video.